Reports. We have reports from the tax collector, code enforcement, fire official, construction, emergency services reports, and the New Jersey State Police is not here, so we have a report from them.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve all of them.
Second?
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mrs. Doherty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Now we have a discussion and presentation with regarding the housing element and fair share plan for the joint Hainesport.
Yeah, thank you. Scott, here, is it? No, okay. Basically, I have before you just a referral. This is part of the master plan, so it's really a planning board document, a Hainesport document. But as you know, we've been working on this means by which to satisfy Hainesport's constitutional obligation to provide a realistic opportunity for affordable housing in the municipality. This is the document that's been prepared by the Affordable Housing Planner. It incorporates the terms of the settlement agreement that was entered into over the summer with Fair Share Housing Center and which was approved by the Superior Court. Those figures are found those provisions are found on pages 33 and 34. And the purpose tonight is to simply have the Township Committee refer this to the Planning Board, not for tomorrow, anytime to look at it, but to get it to them right away. And I think they're going to have a meeting on January 17th. What is it?
60%. Is it a Wednesday? It's whatever the Wednesday
Okay.
is.
And they will consider it that night. Presumably they'll approve it. And then you will then review their recommendations. They're reviewing it for consistency with the master plan. I just noticed on the front page, this was not a Department of Care production, by the way, but Hainesport's misspelled. H-A-L-N-S.
Oh, that's an L?
Yeah.
Unless that's a capital
looks like an I.
Capital I.
You know what, I think it's an I. There's a little copy.
Do you see the word township? It's in both of those. And
Yeah,
if you
it's
write it
You
in,
look really close.
Almost like
You
a
have white
slope.
line there.
Yeah.
With your list.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they should just do it all capitals and avoid the whole problem.
Got it. Okay, so it's that's you're doing, let's see, that's good. It's just referring to the planning board for its consideration and adoption at its meeting in January, not tomorrow.
I have an observation on page 30, which I don't know if Paula mentioned to you when we were discussing it earlier, where it talks about water and wastewater capacity. It has the sentence, as such, all lots that are capable of supporting additional affordable housing are located in the northern section of Hainesport above Creek Road. And I don't think that's 100% accurate. I think that there would be some better wording there. It's possible, for example, that we might end up with affordable housing in a strip mall on Route 38 above the units, right? And that would definitely be south of Creek Road. Or it's possible that some people might take advantage of the accessory apartment program, although I seriously doubt it, but they could, who would also be south of Creek Road. So I just feel we need to tighten that wording up a little bit.
So basically everything, everything above the RR5 is in a sewer service area?
Right, I'm not sure what the name of the line is, but it's not Creek Road. Creek Road, there is stuff south of Creek Road that has sewer.
Yeah.
And it's possible, although not hugely likely, that at some point we might end up with some affordable housing there.
Right. I also, with the committee's permission, we'll take a look at that, and I think that may be right. The other part I would delete, though, is reference to the northern section, because frankly, if you look at and Paula did send me this, sorry about that, this evening. So Paula has drawn a green line on the R5 zoning district. You can't really see it from there, but that's the green line. The red line is Creek Road, and then the rest of the township is above here. So it's really not just the northern part of the town; it's sort of the central. So I just think anything above RR5. So I'll take a look at that.
That's just
and maybe we'll change it because I don't know. Is there sewer service up here? Everything above R5? R5, yeah.
Basically Foster County Road.
Okay. All right, so with the committee's permission, we'll make that change on page 30 to reflect that it should not be Creek Road as the line of demarcation, but the RR5 zoning boundary. All right, you okay with that? Okay, thank you. So a motion to send this to the planning board as revised, as we just discussed, and we'll fix that up.
So can I get a motion?
You make that motion.
I need a motion
She
to
came up with the
refer to
idea.
the plan. Okay, with that correction.
I'd like to make a motion to refer corrections to the planning board.
Okay, but I have another point to make while I'm making that correction, which is although I'm prepared to make this motion to send it to the planning board, that does not mean that I am blanket endorsing absolutely everything in this plan for the foreseeable future. I just want to make that caveat because I've been in the past accused of having made a vote to do something and then going against it. I reserve the right to vote against something that is in this plan in the future, even though I am making a motion to refer the plan as is with that correction to the joint land use board.
Does somebody else want to make a motion?
Hey, you just second that.
Yeah, I'll second the motion to make the correction on 30, and I think we all can do that because we're just sending it to the planning board. Yeah, so we all have the right to vote on it when it comes out to us.
Oh, and
Yep, we open.
Get a vote, please.
Yes. Mrs. Evans?
yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mrs. Story?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so at this point in time, we're open for comments from the public, agenda items only. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. Do you have any comments to make a comment with regards to an agenda item only? You need to address, please?
Louis Lopez, 98 Riverside, Township of Mount Holyoke, New Jersey. Explain at our last resolution 2024-36-1.
This isn't a question and answer period. This is just you make your
He's
comments.
asking that he wants to know more about the resolution authorizing the contract for the ADA compliance update.
Okay. So this is, so our municipal websites must be ADA compliant. So this program, which is offered through our existing website host, will provide all the ADA requirements and scan on a regular basis everything on our website to make sure that we are in compliance with federal and state laws as it's related to ADA and all accessibility.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone online?
We do have one person online. Aaron, if you have anything for agenda items?
No, thank you.
Then I will close comments from the public. We have a couple of, we have an ordinance. Ordinance 2024-1. This is the first reading and introduction.
Yeah, so this is an ordinance, again, consistent with the Housing Element Fair Share Plan and our means by which we're going to achieve the number that satisfies Hainesport's constitutional obligation. We have provided in that plan for 9 accessory apartments. This ordinance creates the mechanism and the parameters for such units. It makes it a conditional use as opposed to the use variance on these conditions. The only thing before you have discussion, if you're going to have that, is I note a couple of things. On the 3rd page, section 4, there's a typo in the 3rd line, all parts, portions, and provisions of the general ordinance. Take out revised, we don't need that. Of the township of, not if, important. And then on 7, you can delete 7, section 7, because we're not a Faulkner Act municipality. You can make section 8, section 7, and take out the parenthetical 2 approval by the mayor pursuant to 698-139.7, that comes out. Everything else is fine.
So it goes from adoption 1 to publication.
Yeah, so
2.
shall take effect upon adoption, comma, 2, publication in accordance with, and 3, filing of the final form adopted.
So number 2 makes reference also to Fulton Amendment. We're removing that, correct? Section, what's now section 7, number 2 removed?
Yeah, that's what I just said, we're taking out approval by the mayor pursuant to 698-139.7, that comes out.
Got it.
Other than that, if the committee's comfortable with a motion to introduce the public, and refer it to the planning board, public hearing here on January 30th.
Okay, so can we have that motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Mr. Klaus?
As
Yes.
amended, right? As amended?
Right.
As I just, as we, you're introducing guys, just revise this. Thank you.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Torby?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Okay, so resolution 2024-34-1, establishing the 2024 temporary budget. And a motion, and a second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mrs. Torby?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-35-1, establishing a rate of compensation for certain positions effective January 11, 2024.
Motion.
Second.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mrs. Torby?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-36-1, authorizing the contract for ADA compliance updates to the Township website and Civic Plus. I have a motion, second.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mrs. Torby?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. All right, comments from the public. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Deborah Harris, 7 Elsinore Drive, and Happy New Year. Just a couple of items. The Hainesport Democrats had their donation drive to support the Friends of Burlington County Animal Shelter in December. It was a huge success, and I just want to thank everybody who turned out and donated. Our next meeting is Monday, January 29th, 7 p.m. at the Community Center. I don't have a good segue for this, so I'm just going to start with 5 p.m. tonight. Breaking news was Senator Menendez and yet another scandal involving another foreign nation and his acceptance of gifts. So my comment tonight, using that segue, is about gifts and government officials and whether or not they should accept gifts. I want to thank Anna Evans for coming out and making this issue known. I actually had a look at the gift-giving policy, the ethics policy conflict of interest. There's about 6 lines. You guys as a committee spent a little over an hour in December having a really comprehensive ethics training that was given to you by Mr. Gillespie. And one of the things that I recall Mr. Gillespie recommending when somebody asked was a maximum dollar amount of $50. A lot of the things that Mr. Gillespie, he's shaking his head, but that's on tape. A lot of the things that Mr. Gillespie sat in here telling you guys aren't in the policy. And it's really hard to, I think, have a training and set guidance for folks if the policy doesn't reflect the things that you're training people on, as well as best practices. There's nothing specific in regards to what a gift is, whether it's different from entertainment, so there's nothing specific in terms of dollar amounts. $400 for meals and entertainment is very excessive. As I mentioned, there's nothing in the way of best practices, so it does need updating and modernizing. And my recommendation is that going into the new year, that you guys take this opportunity to review that policy and maybe throw some things in there from the training, because I really do think that it's lacking in terms of definitions, guidance, specific dollar amounts. And if it's difficult for you guys to follow, it's probably going to be difficult for township employees to follow. Thank you and happy New Year.
Thank you, same to you. Anyone else? Yes, please.
Good evening, Louis Lopez, 98 left time. Just a resident of my heart. Any update to the backyard chickens? Any new procedure or still the same?
Not to my knowledge.
And when can we see any progress for the new affordable houses before the summer?
For the new
Not for the affordable houses on
affordable housing,
for Hainesport. When
is there any news on the affordable housing for Hainesport?
Yeah.
We introduced the ordinance this evening on accessory apartments. Housing element fair share plan has been referred to the planning board for its consideration. It should come back to the township committee along with this ordinance on January 30th. And we have a public hearing in front of the court, compliance hearing on February 6th.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you for having me as a guest. And have a happy New Year.
Same to you.
Thank you, happy New Year.
Yes, sir. You in the back with the glasses?
Bruce Levinson, 2 Fox Court. So, I know there was some sort of issue with regard to a gift that was given from our engineer. But I just also want to make note that the same person that made the comment about the gift also attended a breakfast put on by that same engineering firm, and was actually greeted by the owner of the engineering firm. So that person also accepted a gift. And it's hard to, it seems a little bit hypocritical to me that you would complain about one thing about that organization, but on the other side, you're accepting a gift from that same organization. And that was my comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone online?
She's not unmuted, so I'm gonna.
So now then we'll close public comments. Okay, at this point, comments from the administrator.
I just want to say Happy New Year. I want to thank the governing body for giving me the opportunity to serve the residents of Hainesport Township for another year. I do not take my position lightly, and again, I am only as successful as the people that are around me. I want to thank Tara for all of her support and hard work, as well as the rest of the staff here. We absolutely have an A team, so I'm looking forward to 2024 and celebrating Hainsport's 100th anniversary. So with that, that's all I have. Thank you.
Comments from the solicitor.
Thank you, Mayor. Echo Paula's comments. Thank you for the privilege of allowing me to sit here again this year. I enjoy Hainesport tremendously. And look forward to 2024. I look forward to working with you all again. It's a great time. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, comments from the committee. Mrs. Evans.
Okay. I wasn't actually going to address this tonight, but I will because it's come up. So, here's the thing. We're only responsible for what we personally do. We can't control what other people do. We have to have our own ethics, right? For me, having a luxury gift delivered to my house is a different thing from me attending an event at the New Jersey League of Municipalities conference, which is attended by 200 to 250 people, and at which I probably ate less than $25 worth of food. Having said that, I very much doubt that I will either be receiving any more gifts from Alivo or being invited to the brunch in the future. So I don't think this is going to be a problem going forward. But just to reiterate that, my ethics are mine. I'm not trying to make anyone else do anything, but I would say this. No one knew in this town that Alivo gave out luxury gifts to the committee until I made a post about it. Why did no one know? Why weren't historical members of the committee posting pretty pictures of their Lennox gravy boats and saying, look at this lovely gift that I've got from my generous township engineer? Why was it not known until I said something? If you're proud of it, talk about it, right? That's the only thing I think that is missing here in terms of what's been said. Now, I want to address one other thing, which is the my vote not to appoint Alivo Engineering to the Township Engineer's position this year, even though I knew that they would get appointed because everyone else would vote for them. The thing is that cost is only one of the elements that is incorporated into the ranking system, which is what we are given. We are given a summary document, and every application is ranked and it has a numerical value. And cost is one of the things, but it's not the only thing. Now, does it have a large impact on the ranking? Yes, it does. So it is true to say that Alivo was both significantly more expensive than the other 3 bids and also ranked lowest given all the other criteria that were taken into account. So I'm just trying to be a good steward of the township's finances in saying that maybe we should actually look at employing one of the other engineers who charges somewhere between $50 and $90 an hour less than Alivo Engineering. And after that, all I want to say is thank you all for coming and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
I have to say Happy New Year to everybody. I think I said plenty in my last opportunity, so I'm looking forward to working with all of you. I don't have any comments on the gifts, other than at Christmas time, people give gifts, and it's a very common thing. And it's my understanding that that gravy boat, when you buy in bulk, like a Rodmo does, could probably cost about $20. So that's my comment. Thank you.
Hey, it's my turn. Okay. Hey, since we're going to talk, first of all, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you being here. Since it was brought up out here about a gift and defining a gift is something that doesn't have to be repaid. And many a times I will say to my brothers, I'll bring them something, and he'll say, let me pay you for that. I said, no, it's a gift. That means you don't repay a gift. I was always raised, when somebody gives you a gift, you're never obligated to repay that. So I say thank you. I think to do anything different with a gift is rude. That's just my opinion. As for influencing a business decision, influencing a decision with the gift is wrong. But that works both ways. For example, if I was to choose to vote for a contractor because he gave me a gift, it's wrong. But if I was going to vote against a contractor, it's just as unethical that way. So when you allow a gift to make you decide to not vote for a contractor based on that gift, that's just as unethical. A gift or a contribution should have nothing to do with it, and that's just the way it is. And we do hire other engineers for special projects that are like a road paving or something like that. It gives us an opportunity to look elsewhere. We're very responsible, and a road paving, we got plenty of time. But when we need an engineer that can get it done when something goes wrong, we stick with the best for the convenience of our town. That's what we're thinking about. When we think of that, let me tell you, get a road closed, and it's closed for 3 or 4 weeks, or like a bridge and a dam in Medford, 3 years, or I don't know how many people are here remember the Marne Highway debacle, the bridge, when they had all the cranes set up, and then the last set of beams were made wrong by the engineer, wrong spec, and then the bridge was closed an extra 3 months. Those are engineering problems that I don't want our town to go through. So we got to spend a little more to get the best. I'll do it. You know, and all this talk about gifts and stuff. I question the whole idea. I mean, I don't see what the difference is accepting a dinner or a luncheon or a gift. If it's going to influence you, it influences. None of this influences me because we have gone to other engineering firms and given them jobs that we feel comfortable with. Some of them worked out well. Some of them, we learned, are not as good. And the smaller firms, you got to limit what you can give them because if you don't only handle so much, they're not deep. We need somebody deep in. The sewer project was amazing. It's a big project undertaking. That's why we stick with the engineering firm we have for our township. That's my view, and I don't think we're doing anything wrong. I think any other thing, if we use any other decision factors on hiring anybody, any professional in this town, we're doing this town a disservice. So with that, I'm going to say, hey, thanks for all for coming.
I'd like to thank for the attendance for this meeting and for the last meeting. It was nice to see all the seats filled. I think that's covered. I can tell you that I'm not influenced by people complimenting me or people buying me things. And if I am, shame on me. Shame on me. Regardless of what it is. I have never been offered a Super Bowl ticket. That might be something extreme. As I remember from the ethics training that we had, it was much over $50 anyway. That was it was in the hundreds. And some people may be influenced by those things. I can tell you that I am not. And if I were, then I wouldn't accept it. So enough said. I'm very much looking forward to this year, 2024, serving with our fellow committee members here and all the people that are on our 100th anniversary committee and all the people in Hainesport getting involved and participating. Please participate in the fundraisers. The fundraisers are there so that we can make as much free as possible. Please do that, and very much looking forward to celebrating our Hainsport's 100th anniversary. I'd like to congratulate everyone who was chosen today and appointed, and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Well, I don't know what to say. So I think I'll say Happy New Year. And I look forward to working with everyone here at the township. Whether they're here in the building, our professionals, our volunteers this year. It's very exciting. I'm thrilled with what's about to happen, and I'm looking forward to this year, even though there's a lot of changes that have been made personally in my personal life. I depend on you to keep me busy, and it looks like my schedule is quite full right now. With that being said, let's pay some bills.
I'd like to make a motion and pay some bills.
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
I got a question. On the bills, I'm sorry. I see something with the city of Burlington diesel fuel and unleaded fuel. I thought we get our fuel from the county.
It says city, or is it CTY?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it says county over my glasses. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
We do have a shared service with Lumberton when, if the county does.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was thinking city of Burlington. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it shows you're reading it, Jerry, so that's good.
Exactly.
Without my glasses.
I'm sure she
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mrs. Doherty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Okay, so I believe we have an executive session this evening.
We do, Mayor, members of the committee. It is a matter involving public safety issues, public privilege. I don't expect it to be more than 5 or 10 minutes max. And all we're asking is direction to the administrator and the solicitor with regard to this particular issue. So it won't be a resolution, it won't be formal action, and then we'll have to say okay to do it. We're not going to do it right away.
Okay, so with that resolution 2024-37-1, do I have a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mrs. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Klaus?
Yes.
Mrs. Doherty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes.